Hello everybody and welcome back to Red Devils TV. Now this is your Manchester United versus Leicester match reaction, and what a game it was. United were absolutely brilliant, especially in that second half, but let's be honest, we didn't look like to be the team that would score first, and Leicester were very dangerous in them first 15 to 20 minutes, and if it wasn't for a world-class David De Gea getting his 180th clean sheet for the club today, I don't know how that game would have gone, because Leicester just seemed relentless. They were constantly pressuring our goal. United just couldn't get the ball out from our half. Like I just said, Leicester were just absolutely brilliant. And it just shows you how good Erik ten Hag has made this United side defensively. We are defensively solid as a unit. And you know, I just can't explain how happy I am to get that result. As I said in the preview, Leicester had 8 goals in the last 2 games, and to get a clean sheet today is just incredible. And it makes you think, is the title race on? I don't want to believe it, but there's got to be a point at some point in time when I'm going to have to be a believer. United are the dark horses, and that's the way I like it, because the pressure isn't on us as much as the media, as much as Sky Sports, as much as the newspapers are trying to make it out to be that United are in a title race. We're not, because it will ruin United, in my opinion, if Erik ten Hag does win the league this year, because the expectations for next year, it'll be to win the Champions League or the treble, for all I know. So I just think that we just need to enjoy game by game. But it's 1 out of 3. I mean, like I said also in the preview, that these next 3 fixtures are probably the most important to Erik ten Hag's career as Manchester United manager, because it keeps us in the top 4 race. I mean, top 4 were comfortably solid there, but obviously with the main ones are Europa League on Thursday and Sunday against Newcastle in the final of the Carabao Cup. Now, 1 out of 3, and I personally thought that Leicester is the harder game. So I'm looking forward to Thursday, and I'm definitely looking forward to Sunday. So yeah, it was just a brilliant performance from every single player. Marcus Rashford, I mean, he just can't stop scoring. It's like he's just doing it for fun at this point. He's the top goal scorer since the World Cup has ended in all 5 European competitions. He's currently got 16 in all competitions in the top 5 leagues. Second place is Benzema with 10 goals, and number 3rd is Erling Haaland with 9 goals, and that's since the Premier League's since the league's restarted after the World Cup. But yeah, let's just talk about the squad, because we briefly talked about it in the preview that Ten Hag does need to rotate, and who will he choose? And I'm quite happy with the squad actually today. I mean, we pretty much got it right with the fact that giving Wan-Bissaka a rest by letting Diego Dalot play. We did say we need to change the centre-back to give Varane a rest, and I said Maguire in the preview, but obviously Maguire is injured, as Erik ten Hag said before the game. So Lindelof came in, and Lindelof was absolutely brilliant. Martinez, he almost scored a goal from that beautiful cross from Shaw, and Martinez, he was just solid as always. Absolutely brilliant from Lisandro Martinez. Luke Shaw, he just looked brilliant, and I hope he's okay, because he did go off with a limp, a bit of an injury. And when Sky Sports announced Marcus Rashford as man of the match, you saw Luke Shaw having some sort of bandage or ice pack on his knee, because he did seem to overstretch when he made that tackle, and he was limping, so hopefully he's okay. I don't think he'll play on Thursday if that is the case, because Erik ten Hag has proven he doesn't want to risk injuries. So as long as he's all right for the final, that's all I really care about, to be honest, because that's a bigger game than the Europa League in my opinion. Fred, I mean, it was the most Fred performance he could have had. He played really well by passing balls forward and stuff, but at times when he was under pressure, he just lost the ball way too much. And I think that's the last game we see of Fred in the midfield now as a starter. I think now Casemiro's unsuspended, it's going to be a partnership of Sabitzer and Casemiro, because like I'm just about to say about Sabitzer, he was brilliant today in my opinion. He could have got sent off, Sabitzer, but like I said, I'm just going to mention that in a moment. But yeah, Fred, it was just a Fred performance. He had really good spells and then he had Fred spells. It's not even labelled as bad anymore or poor, it's just labelled Fred. So yeah, I'm going to give him a match ratings in a moment. But Sabitzer, I felt Sabitzer just played really, really well. I just felt like he was comfortable. He could have got sent off, he could have got a yellow card, and I don't know how he didn't get booked, but you know, the referee just didn't use VAR for that, because I know you can't use VAR to give a booking, but you can use it to give a red card. So yeah, we're lucky that he didn't get sent off, that's for sure, because that would have been a stupid way to get sent off before the final, because Sabitzer is just improving and improving with each game, and he's the player I said he would be. I mean, I said when we announced the signing that Sabitzer, you need to watch out for him, because like I said on Twitter as well, that I know Sabitzer is going to be a player that I fall in love with as a loan spell. It's going to be like Jesse Lingard when he went to West Ham. All the fans love him, and it's going to be a pain when he leaves on loan. But hopefully United can sort out a deal where he does join us in the summer, because I'm absolutely loving what he's bringing to the midfield at the moment and bringing to the team. Bruno Fernandes, contender for man of the match. Brilliant today. I mean, he was very unselfish. He was creating so many chances. He was absolutely brilliant today. Weghorst the horse. I feel sorry for him, because it's just like he just can't finish anything. Like, you could give him a 6 chicken nugget Happy Meal and he still couldn't finish it. It is like, for a big guy, I feel so sorry for him. He reminds me of Heskey in a way. There's going to be a game at some point where he doesn't just score one goal, he's going to score a hat-trick or something. It's going to be like the chains are just holding him back, and then he'll break out of them chains and he's just going to go off on one. He's going to just score and score and score. But you've got to give him credit, even though he's not being able to score, the pressure he's bringing, the chances. He loves to pressure players. You see him running around the pitch constantly in the opponent's half. He is brilliant when it comes to presses. He just needs to get that confidence, or that just up to scratch with the Premier League speed, and start putting them chances away, because once he does, he'll be seen as a massive threat, and I think the goals will come and come and come. And considering he's only just been in, I think it's only just been a month we've had a Weghorst as Manchester United, 'cause I think he signed on the 17th of January for United. So the fact that he's only been here for a month and he seems to be causing impact, I think he's doing really well for his current loan spell. He just needs to get that finishing touch and start scoring some more goals. Garnacho, and you know what, I'm just going to scrap this. I need to give them the ratings. David Gea gets an 8, Diego Dalot gets 7.5, Lindelof 7.5, Martinez 8, Luke Shaw 8, Fred 7, Sabitzer 7.5, Bruno Fernandes 8.5. I've just said Weghorst gets a 7.5. Garnacho, I'm going to give a 6.5. Actually, no, I'm going to give him a 7, because I felt like that, because I don't want to give him a low average score. But with Garnacho, he just didn't impact the game enough, and this is why, obviously, nurture him into the game. I'm not hating on Garnacho. I just felt like Garnacho he didn't get himself involved in the game enough, and I feel like that shot when he had that opportunity on the corner, it just went sky over the net. I just felt like he could have either laid it off or took a touch, and instead of just blasting it over the bar. But he's raw, he's young, he's got so much potential, and it was just not an off day for him, but he just wasn't as good as everyone else on the pitch. So I'll give him a 7 just to be generous, but I just felt like that the substitution was right, that Eric Ten Hag, when he took him off at half time. And Marcus Rashford, I've got to give him man of the match. I'm going to give him a 9. He was just brilliant today. Scoring the brace, yeah, you've just got to look at it. He was absolutely brilliant. And what's that now? Since the World Cup's restarted, I've already said it's 16 goals for him. Yeah, he's in the form of his life at the moment, and I just hope he signs that contract, because I mean, everyone's going to want him. If Marcus Rashford is available for free, he's going to have every single big club in Europe asking for his signature. And hopefully the team that gets that signature is Manchester United. But yeah, let's talk about substitutions. Jadon Sancho, I felt like he was brilliant, got his goal. That'll be a massive confidence builder for him. And he looked really good today. So Sancho, for me, I'll give him an 8. I felt Sancho deserved an 8. He played really well in that second half. He had a full half to prove it. So he was on the pitch long enough, in my opinion. Elanga, you know what? Elanga had a good chance, actually. He shot it at the keeper. It was near post and the keeper made a good save. But, I'm going to give him a 7. I felt like he came on the pitch and you could show that he had intention to do damage. And I felt like he played well. Wan-Bissaka, I felt like Wan-Bissaka also played well. He just looked solid defensively. Obviously, after Luke Shaw went and the lot went to left back. I don't know why Malacia didn't play. That's a bit of a strange one, but maybe Malacia is being rested for Thursday because he did look a bit out of his depth on Thursday. So maybe Erik ten Hag just wants to fully rest him, but only time will tell. Scott McTominay, I felt like he's back from injury now, so that does help our bench out a lot. Even though he is seen as an average player, Scott McTominay, I just feel like that we can bring him on for height, for physicality, and he can do a job. And I do give Scott McTominay a 7 as well. I felt like he did well, and he seemed to help out the midfield in the closing minutes of the game. And I think that's everyone apart from Mainu. He made his Premier League debut. He played well. I think he looked quite solid. He looked quite comfortable. And yeah, I just felt like Mainu just had a good game. I'll give him a 6 point. I'll give him a 7. I have 6.5. Obviously, I didn't think he impacted the game enough, but he got forward a few times. He looked exciting. So what is next for Mainu? I'm not too sure. Will he go out on loan in the summer, or will he be like Garnacho this season where he gets nurtured into the squad? But I think the thing that would happen with Mainu is he would get loaned out, because I think nurturing 2 youth players at once could be a bit of a dilemma, maybe, because it is a lot of pressure because you are benching that first teamer. But while Eriksen's out and he gets this opportunity, I have nothing wrong with it. He played well, and if United are comfortably 3-0 up and you bring a youth player on, it gives them experience and it's a good way to nurture them into the squad, like I've said. But I think that's everyone that I've mentioned. I'm pretty sure that is everyone. We had Wan-Bissaka, we had Elanga, we had Jadon Sancho, we had Mainu, and we had Scott McTominay. So yeah, that's everyone. So yeah, I think it was a good performance. Erik ten Hag, I'll give him an 8. No, and actually I'll give him an 8.5. I just felt like he just got it right today. But like I said, we need to talk a bit about Leicester now. I briefly mentioned it, but Leicester, they looked like the better side in the first 15 to 20 minutes. But when they couldn't score that goal, they bottled it. But we knew that going forward, Leicester were dangerous, and their issues is their current defence with the likes of Justin being out, Johnny Evans. And even though we looked all right today defensively, United just capitalised it. And I don't know how that Rashford goal was onside, because for me, I thought like that is the closest decision you'll actually ever see VAR do. And I'm not complaining because we scored a second goal and it was a brilliant moment for us. But yeah, for me, it's like atoms. It's so close to being offside. So United win 3-0. It's 3 points. It's 1 out of 3 wins that we need for this week. And yeah, it's a great time to be a Manchester United fan. Are United in the title race? We've got to start considering it now. I'm personally not getting on that train yet, because there is going to become a point at some point where United do lose. And only time will tell, but I'm not being negative. We're positive on this channel. I'm looking forward to how this next week goes. And just glory, glory, Man United. That's all I can say. Brilliant performance from the lads today. And yeah, all I can say is that I'm very proud of them all, and I'm proud to be a Manchester United fan. But yes, thank you for watching today's video. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment and share. We're on the road to 600 subscribers. We're really, really close. I think we're about 31 away or something. So if you've got friends who are United fans, rival fans, whoever, who just like watching football content, please subscribe to the channel. We're so close to 600 subscribers. So yeah, thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.